This is a deep dive podcast covering articles published on Ecogate's blog, brought to you by Ecogate, the leader in intelligent industrial ventilation.
It runs all day, burning white, blowing cash away. Dust collection, dust settles in the main, because I forgot to open the gate. No more. Turn your airflow into cash flow.
All right, let's unpack this. There's been a really significant shift in industrial safety standards we need to talk about. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the brand new NFPA 660 standard for combustible dust. We're pulling insights from a really helpful article on Ecogate's blog.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is just how, transformational this new standard actually is. It came out December 6, 2024. And NFPA 660, it isn't just a minor update, it's a huge consolidation.
Consolidation. How so?
Well, it takes 6 standards that used to be separate, covering different dusts like wood, metal, food dust, which all behave quite differently, and it merges them into one big comprehensive document. This affects, almost every industry that deals with particulate solids. Think woodworking, metalworking, food processing, basically anyone with industrial ventilation or dust collection. It's a big unification effort for safety.
Okay, so our mission today then is to get a quick handle on what this new framework means for your dust collection compliance. What's actually different, and how do some of these smart ventilation solutions like the ones Ecogate offers fit into this new picture? So if you're in an industry dealing with combustible dust, this deep dive should be incredibly valuable for you. Right, let's start with that big picture. What exactly changed? You mentioned consolidation. Before NFPA 660, facilities had to navigate, a whole bunch of different standards.
Right, exactly. It was, a bit of a maze. You had NFPA 61 for agriculture and food, 404 for metals, 652 for the fundamentals, 654 for chemical dusts, 655 for sulfur, and 664 specifically for wood processing. That's 6 separate documents you might have needed to look at depending on your materials.
Wow, yeah. Keeping track of all that sounds complex.
It could be. And, wood dust just doesn't behave like metal dust, right? They have different risks. So NFPA 660 trying to simplify this. It absorbs all those older standards, streamlining the regulations into one place. Now, the good news is it keeps all that important industry-specific detail. It's just organized differently in dedicated chapters.
Okay, how so?
So chapters 1 through 10 cover the fundamentals that basically replaces the old NFPA 652. Then chapters 21 through 25 get into the specifics for industries. For example, chapter 24 is for wood processing and woodworking. Chapter 22 covers combustible metals. So look, if you were compliant before, the core requirements for your dust collection haven't drastically changed. It's mainly the structure and how you demonstrate compliance that's new.
Got it. So the foundation is similar, but the rule book is reorganized. With this new structure then, let's dive into what NFPA 660 really means for your dust collection system day to day. The Ecogate article highlighted some key requirements.
It did, and dust collection is still absolutely central. You see that emphasized in Chapter 9 on hazard management, and again in specific chapters like 24 for wood. First off, maintaining proper air velocity and volume in your ductwork. This is critical.
Meaning keeping the air moving fast enough.
Precisely. You need that minimum transport velocity to stop dust from settling inside the ducts where it can become a hazard. And this is where smart automated systems can really make a difference. Systems that dynamically adjust the airflow, like the on-demand controls Ecogate talks about, they help maintain that required velocity automatically.
Okay.
Second, the dust hazard analysis, your DHA. That's mandated by Chapter 7. It's your roadmap for identifying potential fire and explosion risks. Now, if you already have a DHA, it's still valid, but, and this is important, you must review it to make sure it aligns with NFPA 660's new structure and keep it updated.
So check your existing DHA against the new framework. Makes sense.
Third, explosion protection. This isn't new, but it's strongly reinforced, referencing existing standards like NFPA 68 and 69 for venting and isolation. Things like smart gate systems can play a role here too, helping manage pressure by adjusting airflow. Fourth, housekeeping and dust control. Just minimizing dust buildup on surfaces remains absolutely vital, and again, on-demand ventilation can help here by optimizing capture at the source, which improves compliance and, bonus, saves energy.
Right. Less dust escaping means less cleanup needed.
Exactly. And then fifth, this one's actually a new requirement introduced in Chapter 10, emergency planning and response.
Oh, interesting. What does that involve?
It means facilities now need a documented, thought-out plan for how they will actually respond if a combustible dust incident happens. It's a shift from only focusing on prevention to also having a clear readiness plan. That's quite a significant addition for some facilities that might not have had formal response strategies before.
That does sound like a big step towards comprehensive safety. Okay, so that's a lot for facilities to digest. What are the sort of immediate actions facilities should be thinking about to align with NFPA 660?
Right, the actionable steps. First, definitely review your existing DHA. Make sure it maps correctly to the new NFPA 660 structure. Second, verify your dust collection system's performance. Are you consistently meeting those minimum conveying velocities? Is containment effective? Third, double-check that your explosion protection measures are current and meet the reference standards. And fourth, and this is really crucial, seriously consider automation.
Like the Ecogate systems.
Exactly. Systems like their on-demand control system are specifically designed to simplify compliance. They can automatically maintain those minimum air velocities, reducing the chance of human error and taking away the need for constant manual checks and adjustments. It helps ensure you're compliant without having to think about it constantly.
Okay, so bringing this all together then. NFPA 660 is about simplifying the regulatory side by consolidating standards. But the fundamental need for really diligent dust collection and safety practices hasn't gone away at all. It's more about a structural reorganization.
That's a great way to put it. The core safety principles remain. The takeaway really is that smart solutions, like on-demand control, are built to help facilities meet these NFPA 660 requirements effectively and, well, effortlessly. By automatically optimizing airflow, preventing dust buildup, and cutting energy waste, these technologies offer an intelligent way to achieve and maintain compliance. It's about smarter compliance, not just harder compliance.
That makes a lot of sense. So here's something to think about as we wrap up. Considering these comprehensive new standards under NFPA 660, how might integrating automated control systems move beyond just meeting compliance to actually transforming the whole safety culture and maybe even the operational efficiency within an industrial setting?